Okay, welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name's Rochelle, and I'm here to do a reading for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And that's pretty much for anyone, 'cause we all have everything in our chart. So this could be for you. And of course, if it does, give the rest. It's my intention there is something in here for everyone. And my readings are timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. Yes, it's early. Today's the first day of school, so to try and fit everything in, I started early, which means it's dark out, which means the lighting is terrible. I need to figure out some kind of lighting situation, get myself a good lamp or something. But anyway, who cares? Here I am. Um, yeah, I have chosen three cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And I also have let the universe choose a song for you, and the title of that song is A Whole New Way. Yes. Oh my God, it's so perfect for this reading. You are doing something in a whole new way, showing up, thinking in a whole new way, your I don't know, your beliefs, your attitudes, something is it's some kind of rebirth, some kind of like yeah, it's early. We'll see how it goes with my words. But yeah, you're doing something in a whole new way. You have come to the edge and you have poised. Oh my God. This is all about being willing to take a leap of faith, being confident that when you do, it's all going to work out, and being ready to jump in, to dive in to something that typically this kind of thing is something that we feel very passionate about, something that really lights you up, that you're just like, okay, I cannot keep doing things the same way I have been doing them. You've been on some kind of merry-go-round that you just keep coming back to that same point, and you're like, oh my God, get me off this thing. It is time for to do things in a whole new way. um and you recognize that, and you're prepared, you're building up your confidence, your courage, your excitement. There's so much excitement here, and energy, and just like, okay, it's time to jump, it's time to fly, it's time to go onto a totally different merry-go-round. Okay, so let me clarify with the good tarot to begin with, and see what it has to say. Yeah, Six of Fire. This is all about being the enlightened influencer, about sort of shining that beacon for others to follow. And this is just you being you, doing your thing, doing what lights you up, what feels really good. That whole idea of being an enlightened influencer. You have become enlightened to the change that you want to make in your life, and you are going for it. And the beautiful thing, I love this about this card, is that the ship is held up by a balloon. So any kind of obstacles this ship would normally encounter, it just sails right over, going farther and faster than you normally would. And it's all because of following your passion, doing something that feels really good, being in integrity with yourself and who you are, what you want, what lights you up, and you are sailing to victory. You are flying to victory. Oh my God, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then we get Ace of Earth, a prosperous new beginning. Yeah, very much so. When you follow your passion, it's that whole idea of, when you do what you love, you don't work another day in your life. something like that. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, you're starting something new, and there's just doing something in a whole new way. Maybe you've had some kind of epiphany about um, starting a business or some kind of side hustle, or, doing things in a new way that gets you that promotion or boosts you in some way that makes you more abundant in your life. And then we have the King of Water, which, he's this is all about being compassionate and gentle and fair. When you're an enlightened influencer, because you are following your heart, you're following your passions, you are naturally in the flow. Your emotions are balanced, and you're able to extend that to others, to assist others. You're able to, this is all about um, being very diplomatic and supportive of others. That's why that's why people are following you, because you are so helpful, and you're able to be so because you are following your calling, your passion, doing what you love, and it's getting you into this really balanced place. All right, let's look at the Oracle Tarot. What does the Oracle Tarot have to say? Oh my God, and then we get the Sun. I mean, yeah, this is you. This is you being all lit up. Very similar. We got the light, the circle, the round. Everyone's following you, following the sun. You've got some sun worshipers here. because you are, once again, you're doing what feels right. You're doing things in a whole new way, and it's just like turning on the lights. Oh my God. Or the sun coming up, just like it is now. Everything's lightening up, and whatever you couldn't see before, whatever, what do they, what's the saying? It's darkest before the dawn. You've been in the dark. You've been on this never ending, what felt like a never ending cycle that kept you in the dark. Finally, you're stepping off, and the sun is rising. You are rising. And this says awards, camaraderie, and affection. Through following your passion, being yourself, being totally authentic to who you are, that brings in awards, abundance. This is people being drawn to you because of you being so awesome, just awesomely yourself. All right, and justice, getting balance through making the honorable choices that are right for you. And when you're making the right choices for yourself, then you're naturally able to make the right choices that include others as well. This is not a place of making the choices where you're like, screw everyone else. I'm just going to do what's right for me. This is like, yeah, no, I need to do what feels good, and then that naturally it's you keeping everyone in mind as you make your decisions, as you make your choices. First and foremost yourself, but then everyone else as well. And temperance, balance and harmony. So much balance here. Balanced emotions, balanced within yourself, harmony within yourself, that is your life around you is starting to reflect that back to you. You're coming into this place of just like, yeah, I mean, and she's balanced on one foot here. I think, yeah, she is too. She's got her leg kind of kicked back a little bit, but everyone's on one leg. Yes, there's so much balance here. And it's coming so easily because you're finally in the flow of yourself and your life. Okay. Let's look at the wisdom of Avalon. Joy. Yeah, and I didn't say this, but the sun is the happiest card in the deck. There's so much joy here. You're living your life. You're doing your thing. You're following your passion, and it's bringing you so much joy. I I I would even go as far to say that you have figured something out, that it's an inside job. It always starts inside first. You tap into that joy, that happiness within, and then it gets reflected back to you in your outer world. You're doing the inner work, and everything's falling into place. And the Grail Knight, romance, illusion, and seeking the sacred. I'm really drawn to seeking the sacred. What you are doing, whatever this new endeavor is, it feels very sacred to you. It's something that, you know, it makes me think that probably you are on some kind of spiritual path. Maybe you've had some kind of spiritual awakening, some kind of enlightenment, some kind of ascension in some way. And you are understanding that what feels sacred to you is the thing that you are meant to be doing, or it's meant to be applied to what you are doing. This is being tapped into your higher power within. I always do this like it's outside of you. It's all within you. And you're through following your passion, through listening to your intuition and allowing yourself to be inspired, you understand inherently that it's in there. You feel it because it is so sacred. You are meant to do something in the world with this idea, with this passion. And whoop, the dog. Loyalty, sincerity, and unconditional love for yourself, first and foremost, and then to others. And when you are loyal to others, truly loyal and sincere, they can tell and they're drawn to that. That's when you get friends for life because they're just like, wow, you have my back. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to give my loyalty back to you. I'm going to be sincere back. What goes around comes around. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, where are we at? Let me look at the Osho Zen. Osho Zen Tarot. Intensity. Yes. Yes. Moving towards that new beginning with so much intensity, so much passion, moving into the light. Just like I said, you've been in the dark and now the sun is rising. You are rising. You are moving into the light, which is you. Thinking the light is outside of you, it's not. It's you going back to yourself. Ooh, schizophrenia is such an interesting card. I think this is where you were feeling stuck. Do you choose one way? Do you choose another? Don't really know. Do you fall? And I think this is you deciding to let go. to get off this merry-go-round that you've been on, this never-ending cycle, you have to completely let go and drop into the unknown. But we have the two birds here. Maybe you could fly. Maybe they're giant birds in the distance and they see you fall and they come and swoop in and lift you up. It's sometimes you have to let go and you don't know what's going to happen. But usually that's where you gain your power, because in that surrendering, then you allow the universe to come in and assist you, give you support and move you where you need to go. When you release and surrender, that's when you tap into that passion, into that inspiration, because you're not caught up in your mind anymore. You're not stuck anymore. Ugh. And then we get morality. Yeah, yeah, because I think you were trying so hard to maintain control over over your situation. You thought that you had to be a certain way, you had to act a certain way, speak a certain way, have certain attitudes and beliefs and morality. There's so much. It keeps you very stuck. Trying to do what you I don't know, maybe what somebody told you was the right thing, and yet feeling like this doesn't fit me. I think this is you coming out of this and being like, okay, let's just there's a whole new way of seeing things and doing things, cuz this whatever this is, and this could be dealing with people in your life too, feeling stuck because of dealing with someone who's like, nope, you gotta blah blah blah. You're like, you know what? This just doesn't work for me anymore. It makes me think of like, someone who was raised in um some kind of religion, let's say, that's very dogmatic. And there's a lot of judgment, a lot of like, you're gonna burn in the fires of hell, all this stuff. And you're coming to this understanding where you're like, this doesn't feel right to me anymore. This doesn't fit my growing awareness of what life is supposed to be about. Why wait until I die to go to heaven? Why not create heaven on earth right now? I feel like you're having this huge wake up. It's not just a wake up call. It's this huge epiphany that's just you have a whole new understanding of what's sacred, of what existence means to you. And it's beautiful because it's really working for you. It's it's understanding the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, has your back. Is not judging you, is not going to send you to hell for all eternity. An all forgiving God would not do that. It does not make sense, right? Like you're just like, "Oh, this is about following the teachings, not being dogmatic about following somebody else who does the teachings. This is about living the truth within yourself. That's where your enlightenment comes from. It's about right now being kind, being diplomatic, being loving and caring and generous. Mhm. Mhm. Where are we at? Okay, let me look at the angelic messenger cards. Yay, the sun is coming up. It makes the lighting slightly better, but now that we're moving into winter, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a good lamp. Okay, angelic messenger cards. Courage. Yeah, you are drawing upon courage to move in a whole new direction, in a whole new way. There is some fear. There often is when you start something new, when you do something new, and that's okay. That's normal. I talked about this in the last training I did for you, but fear is there to help us ultimately, and it's up to us to discern, is it worth listening to, or do you acknowledge it and then move forward anyway? And in this case, you understand that whatever fear you're being fed, either from others around you or from within, you're building up the courage to move in a new way, to move into the light, to move what feels right to you. Belief. Yes, this word has come up a few times. Changing your beliefs, having a whole new way of looking at the world and your life. There's someone recently who mentioned to me that in the word belief is the word lie, which I think is really interesting because I don't necessarily think that all beliefs are lies, but it's certainly worth looking at your beliefs to see where there might be a lie hidden in there. Does it feel right to you? Did that belief, was it fed by someone else? Fed to you by someone else? Or did it come to you organically? Did it come to you through tapping into your truth? And anywhere where your life isn't working, usually it comes from a belief that you're not enough, you can't do it, whatever story you have learned to tell yourself. And it's it's learning to change the beliefs to make them work for you. And you are absolutely doing that. And vulnerability. Yeah. This is you finding your balance, your emotional balance through opening your heart, through showing up authentically and being like, "Okay, this is who I am. Take me or leave me." And seeing very quickly that people respond to that. People respond to people who are open. There are people who are just like, "Wow, you're so awesome just in who you are. I love that about you," because it's allowing you to shine very brightly, very, very brightly. There is strength in vulnerability. It is not a weakness. Being vulnerable is being who you truly are authentically. I could just say it over and over again. So, okay. I have my setup. My setup's a little bit different. So I'm like, wait, which side? Okay, so I'm gonna finish off with my spirit animal oracle cards. Let's get some final wisdom from the animals. Hawk spirit, let spirit be your guide. That's right. Spirit, source, universe, God, it all has your back. Hey, Destiny. Hello, good morning, or whatever it is in your part of the world. Ant spirit, time to collaborate. Yeah, this new beginning that you're moving towards is it's about collaboration, being an enlightened influencer. You are allowing other people to bring something to the table as well. It's a it's a it's a mutual thing. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. I hope you are too. And Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Yes, it will. Yep. Yeah. The universe has your back. I just, yeah, the message just keeps coming through over and over again. Following your passion, doing what you love, allowing yourself to be inspired, tapping into that inspiration. Yeah. This is this is you opening yourself up to the universe, to your higher power, taking away that energetic umbrella that keeps you closed off from all the good that wants to come in. When you follow your passion, this is when all the good things come can't even think of the right word, are showered upon you. Yeah, beautiful. I love this. This is such a great reading. It's so ugh. I've had several of these readings where it's just like, oh, people moving into their authenticity and owning their power, standing in their power, and it's aligning with their higher power, understanding that they're an extension of that, tapping into the sacred, what's sacred to them. This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. It's beautiful. All right, there's your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.